Okay, we are live. Welcome back to the High Impact Flicks. High Impact Flicks. What am I talking about? This is the Here's the Deal channel. Welcome back to Here's the Deal. Thanks for being here. Let me know if you can hear the audio okay, so I'm not talking to myself, so that I know I'm not talking to myself. Give me a 5x5 in the chat room, and then we'll get started. Yes, this is Katie Kidman. We will be going over this, and I'm sure you've probably already seen it from James Freeman or Lackluster or some of the other channels. I'm going to give kind of a different slant on it. We're going to do a live. None of us is greater than all of us, so your chats are welcome. Want to hear your comments on this. This is just another example, and I keep saying this. This is another example of where the thin blue line doesn't serve and protect. They're out there harassing and collecting individuals off the street, doing nothing more than what? Are they committing crimes? Are they harming people? Are they threatening to harm somebody? Are they damaging property? Are they jumping over fences? No, none of the above. What they are doing, though, is exercising their constitutional rights, and that's what they are getting thrown in jail for. But the irony is, the grave irony in all this is always that underlining thread line that joins every single one of these incidences is that the Constitution-Tramplers are the ones who swore to protect and defend that Constitution. 5x5, okay, cool. Thanks for being here. But before we get started, I'm going to throw a couple odds and ends in here. Before we get started, I don't know if anybody saw yesterday, the FBI sent out a tweet, which I thought was, well, hilarious in just a demented way. They said, and this is from Christopher Wray, the current FBI director, unfounded attacks on the integrity of the FBI. Let that sink in for a second. The integrity of the FBI. Saying the FBI has integrity is like saying Pee Wee Herman has a high T count. It's like saying that Mr. T doesn't have pity on fools. It's an oxymoron. FBI integrity, no, there can be no such thing. Unfounded attacks on the non-existence of the integrity of the FBI. You can't attack something that doesn't exist. Erode respect for the rule of law. How many times have we heard rule of law? They are, as a matter of fact, they are the policy enforcers, and they are the violators of their own rules, of their own laws. They go out of their way to disobey their rules and laws. We're going to see an example like this from Katie here in a second. And are a grave disservice to the men and women who sacrifice so much to protect others. The FBI, did you know that the FBI is in the business of sacrificing to protect you? Did you know that? You feeling it? Are you feeling it? All those FBI raids, which, by the way, I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with it, but Donald Trump recently got raided by the FBI. I don't know what you guys think about that. Here are my thoughts on it. If you've got Donald Trump getting raided by the FBI, I say good, he deserved it. And I'm not applauding the FBI for that, but I do want to say the FBI conducts hundreds, if not thousands, of those kinds of raids every single day on peons like you and I. But we're the kind of peons, and I'm talking about, I'm separating myself from the MAGA crowd because I'm not all about that, because, you know, what if I told you that, you know, that bird right there, both wings of that same party, two wings of the same bird, two sides of the same coin, they're all in bed together. But the peons, the MAGA crowd who was in the tank for Donald Trump and rushed the Capitol, that they call the Capitol insurrection. I don't call it an insurrection. I think the mainstream media has blown that completely out of proportion, saying that is over and above the level of 9/11 and the Pearl Harbor attacks. Just completely crazy. But if those kind of peons were disavowed by Trump on the people on January 6th, guys, people are going to jail for years. One guy just got a 5-year prison sentence. He didn't even go in. He just had a firearm on him and had posted some things on Facebook, on social media. 7 years. Well, before Trump leaves office, he turned his back on those people. He disavowed them. So why would you not disavow Trump when he gets raided by the FBI? Basically, the FBI has raided like 800 and something people who are a part of this insurrection, this horrible insurrection. It's the biggest dark spot in American history. It's more egregious than 9/11 and Pearl Harbor, mainstream media says. Whether you agree or disagree with that, Donald Trump turned his back on those people. He turned his back on Julian Assange before he won the election. WikiLeaks, I love WikiLeaks. What do you think about WikiLeaks? In the middle of his presidency, WikiLeaks. I don't know anything about it. I don't know who Julian Assange is. What are you talking about? He could have literally made an executive order and done a presidential pardon on all those people who partook in June 6th, but he didn't, and nobody could say anything. You get pardoned by the president. You're supposed to be the leader of the free world. You're the top dog. There's nobody above you. Give those guys a pardon. They're free and clear. Why didn't he do it? He disavowed you guys. So now you're going to feel sorry for him when he gets raided by the FBI. But this FBI right here puts out this tweet, and they want you to come against the unfounded attacks on the integrity of the FBI. Violence and threats against law enforcement, including the FBI, are dangerous and should be deeply concerning to all Americans. What about the violence and threats against all the people by law enforcement, including the FBI? Aren't they dangerous, and shouldn't they be deeply concerning to all Americans? Constant attacks by the FBI, constant surveillance by the NSA and by the CIA. All these alphabet soup agencies, they want to keep an eye on you. They want to surveil you. They want to curtail your rights. They want to infringe on your right to be free. But now they're calling out and saying, hey, no, none of these unfounded attacks on organizations and departments of integrity. Every day I see men and women of the FBI doing their jobs. Yeah, that's the problem. That's one of the big problems with America right now, is that the FBI is just doing their job. I just follow orders. I don't make the rules. I just obey them and comply with them. And therefore you must comply because our political overlord said that you should. And if you don't, you're going to be punished because you stepped over the line of morality. You became an immoral person when you started breaking our laws, and then you forced my hand. I got to do my job. Well, that is the problem. FBI is doing their jobs professionally and with rigor. Oh yeah, definitely with rigor. Professionally, that's debatable. But even if it was professional, what if they professionally trample your rights? Does it really matter at that point? You got your rights trampled. Well, he was so professional when he did it. He was such a polite guy when he was stealing my money and reaching in and freezing my bank accounts. So polite when I got economically terrorized, but he did it with a smile. Guys, it's still tyranny, even if it comes at you with a smile. Even if it comes at you with professionalism. Well, at least he didn't cuss me out. Yeah, but you don't have a car, you don't have a house, you're homeless, your family's not able to feed themselves because now you got thrown into a jail, but they threw you into the slammer, they threw you into that rape cage because they did it professionally. Every day I see men and women of the FBI doing their jobs professionally and with rigor, objectively, and not objectively holding the standard of the Constitution. No way. And a fierce commitment to our mission of protecting the American people and upholding the Constitution. What a joke. And I'm proud to serve along with them. At least I know we're free, but you're not. It's the FBI. Open up. We heard you have plant matter growing in there. We heard you was running drugs. Oh, wrong door. This isn't the CIA. So here's what I think about the integrity of the FBI. Oops. Oh, wait, what's this coming out of Waco? Who is responsible for burning 76 people alive, including 20 children? Oh, that's right. That's this organization that's begging you to view them as a department of integrity. Or what about this right here? I wonder what Randy Weaver would have to say about the integrity and the professionalism and the rigor and the what was the other word that the FBI used? Objectivity and the fierce commitment to the Constitution. I wonder what Randy Weaver would have to say about that with a dead wife and child and a dead dog. By the way, get out your water. You got to drink. You got to drink along with me. By the end of this live stream, you have to have drank 42 fluid ounces. Look, I'm full all the way to the top. We got to do this. This has to be gone by the end of the live stream. Come on, guys. Do your kidneys a favor. So we get into this. This right here is Katie Kidman. And the reason I wanted to show you this is because this is yet another example of cops not being brave. This is an example of cops being cowards. Katie was brave. Katie was courageous. She was fearless. She was valiant. She stood against the cops and stood for her rights. And she went into this. It looks like it's a public school property because there's school buses in there. She never jumped a fence. She never broke a lock. She never disregarded signage. She didn't violate any law. No laws violated in this video. So I'm going to go ahead and skip here to the 11.5-minute mark where she engages and encounters the first wave of resistance. Here we go. Let me know also, put a 5 in the, or put a 1 in the room if you can hear this audio. I just want to make sure you can hear system audio.
How are you?
How are you?
I'm good. Can I see in?
No.
No?
No.
Why not?
Because this is not a place for you to look.
I'm nosy.
Yeah, I think you gotta go.
I'm Betsy Buttcrack with the Buttcrack News Network.
Okay. Well, I think it's time for you to go.
I see. I'm a professional reporter.
Okay.
Who are you?
I am a professional. Where's your badge showing your reporting?
Oh, I'll show you.
Now, what kind of badge would you have to produce? Because I hear people asking that all the time. Can I see your media credentials? What exactly does that look like? How would you, if I did show you something, how would you know to approve those credentials? Did you go to school for it? Is there some kind of class that you can take? You know, kind of like bankers take so they can look and see if there's counterfeit currency and they juxtapose that against the real currency. Is there something that you can compare my credentials to make sure that it's actually legit? There's nothing like that. If you did have a credential, if you were going to say that there was one in existence, it would have to be the First Amendment. By the way, let me ask you guys a question, because this is more than just watching a video right here. Do you know the 5 points of the First Amendment? What are the 5 points of the First Amendment? Congress shall make no law against what? What 5 things shall Congress not make a law against? That'll be some homework assignment, and then remind me by the end of the video if I don't divulge that, or maybe you can look it up in between then. But we do need to get this kind of stuff down, because if we're going to hold law enforcement, policy enforcement, government is not eloquence, it's not reason, it's force. And like fire, it's a dangerous servant and a fearful master. If we don't have the knowledge to hold these law enforcers accountable for what they're supposed to be upholding, protecting, and defending, then what does that say about us?
I have it. I have bottles too for babies like you right here. You want one? No? Now you're frowning.
That's time for you to
He's
go.
laughing now. Oh no, you got another.
This is freaking hilarious, guys. It's almost like these guys unzip their humanity or something when they encounter people like this. It's like, come on, this is an old lady with a camera. She's obviously out here having fun. Let's yuck it up with her. And why not just open this door and go, hey, you're a member of the public. This is public premises. I realize there's no signage on the gates keeping you in here. They got to know that. They go in and out of there every single day. I realize there's no law against what you're doing. You're not threatening me in any way. Come on. That's hilarious with that bottle right there. They're like, it makes them look even worse. It makes them look like even, just gelatinized human beings. They've completely lost it. They've lost touch with reality. And by the way, that's one of the reasons I do these videos right here, is because we cannot lose touch with the reality. The further we get away from reality, the further we get away from truth. Have you ever been near a campfire and it's so cold, as you approach the fire, it gets warm and it's life-giving and it's awesome, and you're standing like, 3 or 4 feet from the fire, you're just kind of warm, and if it gets too hot right here, you kind of turn around and back, but as soon as you turn around, the front of you gets almost immediately cool. That's what happens when you go away from the truth. You cool off to truth, you get desensitized to truth, and then you start accepting a whole bunch of nonsense like, where's that thing? Like this, like this right here. I'll get back to Katie in a second, but when you get away from truth, it leads you into fields of insanity. Boston Children's Hospital says kids may know that they are you-know-what as early as birth, and offers gender-affirming hysterectomy treatments for little girls, guys. I'll play a little bit of this. I want to be careful, because I know that this isn't really what I usually deal with, but this is an example of why I think auditors do what they do, or maybe the rationale that we all should have when we approach cops, because we got to stop moving away from truth, and we need to embrace the truth. We need to hold fast to the truth. We can't let anybody pry our grip off of the truth. This is why this is important, because this is what it leads to. And guys, we're not even at the end of 2022 yet. I'm sure by 2025, we are not even going to recognize this place. It's like back in 2020, January of 2020. Did you really think that we would go through what we just went through? Did you really think that many of your fellow Americans and fellow human beings throughout the world would actually comply with the big pharma industrial complex and just do whatever fake stream CIA infiltrated Operation Mockingbird MK Ultra media said? Did you really think that would happen? I mean, I suspected, because of the psychological operations and me doing this stuff every day, you'd think that I would be like, yeah, I'm not surprised at it. But I was shocked. I was shocked that many people, especially backwoods farmers in my area, you go to the grocery store and they're just all masked up. They got their shields on, and it's like, hey, sir, yeah, what you want, partner? Did you actually bow down at the altar? You damn right I did. It's like, what? This guy's like 70 years old. He made it this far. Probably saw a whole lot of BS in his life, and he fell for the BS. This is why you want to hold fast to the truth. Listen to this.
A child will often know that they are transgender from the moment that they have any ability to express themselves, and parents will often tell us this. We have parents who tell us that their kids, they knew from the minute they were born practically, and actions like refusing to get a haircut or standing to urinate, trying to stand to urinate, refusing to stand to urinate, trying on siblings' clothing.
What the flip? What the flip? Well, parents have already told us this is supposed to be a doctor right here. What has gone on with our society? Gender affirming hysterectomy. Just let that sink in for a second. We're going to let the kid children aren't even tapped into what reality is, what truth is. That's why parents are parents. They're supposed to be guiding their children on the narrow path of truth. Away from error, away from perversion, away from insanity, down the path of sanity and rationality and logic and reality. And these people are just going, oh yeah, if the kids feel it, obviously it must be a reality. That's super scientific, isn't it? All right, back to Katie. This is why it's so important for people like Katie and people who go out here with the camera, hold these public servants accountable. It's such an oxymoron. They're not acting as servants. They're literally standing there with their hands in their pocket, disregarding you, disregarding their own laws, and acting as your overlord.
You don't tell me what time it is, all right? You're not my daddy. You do not tell me what time it is. Here's my badge right here. Told you. I also have a police badge if you'd like to see it.
She's totally trolling.
There you go.
I saw it.
You want to see it? And she's very sweet.
You are trespassing and you need to go.
Sweet. No, I have
Betty
permission to be here.
Buttcrack.
From who?
If you call the police, I'm going to have to get the baby out. Here's the baby. Wah! This guy's a baby, look. Wah, wah. Took him away from his coffee. Anyways, you can't identify. Can't man up. Stand up to the plate with a name and a badge and got a little radio there. Then you're not going to, what do you call it? Give me directives or tell me what to do. I'm much older than you are. You should respect your elders.
I'm going to go and fast forward a little.
Betty Kidman. I told you, Betty Buttcrack, right here. You didn't look at my badge. You said you looked at my badge.
She's an older lady, blonde hair.
Oh, I know you.
Black.
Now, let's look at the other side of this too. Okay, so she's on this public property, which they're going to insist is private property. But I can understand from their perspective if they wanted somebody off their property, if there's heavy machinery or something, and she could get hurt, or there's a possibility of something falling, or they're going to be liable if somebody's on this public property and somebody backs over if they don't see her or something. So I understand all that kind of stuff. But the way this plays out is the way that it didn't have to go. They literally could have handled all of this another way. But they have these stoic faces. They maintain their overlordship. Get off the property. You're trespassing. Well, she's really not trespassing if she didn't violate any kind of signage or violate any kind of law. The gates are open. So I understand that there are, and probably, could be on this property, some safety concerns. But beyond that, come on. Let's just look at this.
You're that guy. What's his name? But naked. with the mustache.
And
Aren't you?
whatnot.
Butt naked, check your brother out. Look, he doesn't say nothing. He's got a poker face. You know that song by, what's her name? Poker Face? Gaga. Lady Gaga. Poker Face. Look, here we got the poker face right here. See? Look at him. Are you trying to look mean? Man. Can I see in there?
No.
Why not?
You
You got a big whole book in there. Why not? We own this stuff. We pay for this. Yes, I do. I pay my taxes. Let's see how you're taking care of these bus.
I don't understand what people don't understand about public property. The reason they call it public property is because the public has access to this property. If they don't want the public to have access to the property, then the people who kind of oversee and take care of that property, you know, the city employees or whatever, can put restricted signs on doors, on gates, make sure the doors are locked, make sure the gates are closed and locked.
Can catch me, I'll be over here.
We're going to go to the operations manager.
Tell
right
them
here.
to take their time. Can you tell them to bring me a coffee? A venti pike?
She's doing a good job trolling. This is where she walks up to the operations manager.
Alright, you can get down. That is not you, lady.
Is this your office?
Oh, I know you're not trespassing inside one of our buildings now.
Doesn't say keep out.
Oh, you're going to be removed.
Really?
Bye-bye.
Who are you?
Bye-bye. I'm the director of maintenance. Get out of my office.
Maintenance?
Bye.
They need to replace you.
Bye-bye.
Wonder what you do to the
Bye-bye.
kids.
You are trespassing on school property. You are now inside one of our
Can I
buildings.
get a candy?
You need to go.
Now you're stealing. Bye-bye.
You're a real time.
Now you're stealing? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Who acts like this? Hey, ma'am, how you doing? I'm the management or the maintenance operations manager. I'm Bill, whatever his name is. How you doing? Would you like to take a look around? That's fine. You know, this is public property. Obviously, you can do that. If they don't want people doing that, then they should close the gates. They should put the signs up. They should lock the doors, but they haven't done any of that. And now, because they have an expectation that people will stay away, now when that expectation is transgressed, because how would the public know that they have that expectation if there isn't signs, if there aren't locked gates, if there aren't locked doors in restricted areas? How would they know? You should just go, you know what? That's our bad. You know, I'll tell you what, this time around, until we can get our signs, until we can get the locks and order the chains and all that kind of stuff, come on, take a look around. Here's our operations. Maybe you can make a really cool YouTube video. By the way, we need a little bit of funding because, you know, we're kind of, you know, our maintenance department is down. We need some tools and all that kind of stuff. Maybe you can get this out and we can get some help. He could be super accommodating, which would make a completely boring video because people want to see interactions like this. They want to see controversy. They want to see chaos and mayhem, and they want to see somebody come at it like this right here. He could literally don the clothing of humanity and go, ma'am, Katie Kidman, come on in. You must be one of the senior citizens from around the area. Let me show you around. Here, let me show you how our buses operate. You want me to take you for a ride? Wouldn't that be nice if people acted like that? But no, they got to act like this right here.
Can I get a candy?
You need to go.
Now you're stealing. Bye-bye.
You're a real time.
It's time to go. Yeah, there you go. Bye-bye now.
Thank you. That's what
Have
I
a
wanted.
great day. You're trespassing. I told you already
Director
before.
of maintenance.
You're trespassing just like
I
you
don't
were
see
on
anything
Thursday.
right here.
Just like you were on.
You know what makes me wonder? It makes me wonder if these guys are going to treat a senior citizen like this. And Katie, forgive me if you're not a senior citizen. I'm not saying that to slight you or anything, but if they're going to treat an older lady like this with a camera running, it always makes me think, what kind of shenanigans are you really into? Maybe we should investigate these people. Unbelievable that they cannot control themselves on camera. They know that everything that this woman is recording has the potential to reach a worldwide audience, and yet they still can't control themselves.
Thursday.
You're a real tyrant. You know that? I hope that's not your boss. What a weirdo.
You're trespassing just like
I
you
don't
were
see
on
anything
Thursday.
right here.
Just like you were on Thursday.
You're a real tyrant. You know that? I hope that's not your boss. What a weirdo.
He's like, unfortunately, ma'am,
Anyway,
it
I
is.
got some candy. Want one?
No, you're stealing now.
Yeah, exactly. The Fallen says he treats his mom that way too. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? She's 62 and goes by the name of... Okay, so she's not a senior citizen. I'm almost 62. People are like, hey, Brian, did you see Brian? Here's the deal. He's a senior citizen over there. 62 is not that old, man. 62 is not that old. And if you've taken care of yourself, 72 is really not that old. Or 75, 78. Yeah, this is Katie Kidman Audit. I didn't know what she really went by. I didn't know what her name was, but here we go.
Really? No, that's for free. Doesn't say no entry. Oh, and by the way, you see your sign over?
God, bye-bye. 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 Who does that? Who does that to any human being? Gee.
Here? Right here? Filming and recording on your sign. So, I know him anyways.
Uh-oh, here
I'm not
comes the cops.
trespassing.
Yeah, we want her out of here. She's actually going in our buildings and stealing stuff from
It's public.
It's a lie. She's going in our buildings and stealing stuff. They have a little candy thing on the counter. It looks like for anybody to take, and now they're going to make up stories about her. It's just, these people have no integrity. These people have no moral code. There's no moral compass to guide them through life. They want the man with, they're such cowards. They want the man with the gun to show up so they can take care of all the horrible people in the world. Yeah, it's a lady with a camera. Horrible people.
Nope. Come on, private property. Let's go.
Where does it say private property? Let me
It's
see.
their property. Come on, let's go.
Maldonado? What?
Yeah, Maldonado. I'm not gonna argue with you. So come on, let's go. Come on,
305. I'm not arguing with you.
All right, come on, cool. Let's go.
Cool. Where's the sign that says I can't be in
This
here?
is private property. You can't
Where does
be-
it say that?
He said he doesn't want you. So
I
come
don't
on,
care.
let's go.
Who is he?
All right.
He never gave
He's
me
an
a
official. Come
name
on,
or...
Look at his face. I told you I was going to call the cops. Had a bullet in my pocket. He's like Barney Fife. I told you, Ange. Got a bullet in my pocket. He's real proud of himself because he called the cops on a lady with a camera. Wasn't doing any damage. Wasn't harming. He wasn't issuing threats or anything like that. Didn't jump a fence. Didn't breach the barrier. Didn't go over the barricade. But we called the cops. We're going to get this taken care of. Yeah. Proud of yourself, dude? Really? Are you proud of yourself?
Badge number. Official what?
Well, I don't have a badge. I'm not
Yeah,
a cop.
he's not a peace officer, okay?
Okay, so show
No,
me the
let's go.
sign then. Let's go.
Come on, let's go. I'm telling you, this is private property. Is this
No,
cool?
it's not. This is
This is
owned
cool.
by the people.
Come on,
This is
let's go.
public property.
They're asking you to leave, okay?
It doesn't matter. Show me the sign. Where does it say? Anywhere?
Ma'am.
Anywhere?
Rochelle.
Is there a sign?
Rochelle.
Is there
Oh,
a
I
sign
just okay. So they just now called her by her name, Rochelle. Huh.
anywhere?
Are you guys willing to press charges for trespassing?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, then
Press charges for trespassing. Yes, we want this woman monetarily and economically terrorized when she didn't even. So now they're saying she trespassed when she didn't. She stole something when she didn't. These guys are just freaking liars. We want to press charges.
give me the paper then.
All right, come on.
I want
And this cop, it's his job to go, well, wait a second. Do you guys have signs? I mean, because she has a camera. She's basically press, like we're all press. Anybody who's got a camera, tell you what, if you have a notepad and a piece of paper and you're writing things down, you're a journalist. That's what press is. You're recording historical events as they unfold in your area. That's press. Freedom of the press. Religion, assembly, petition, press, speech. Those are the 5 things in the First Amendment.
papers.
Rochelle, what paper?
The trespassing papers.
It's his job. It's this guy's job right here to say, look, she is exercising a right that she has by birth. She's exercising an inalienable right. Did you guys put signs on the gate? Well, no, we didn't. Did you guys lock the gate? Well, no, we didn't. Was the gate open? Yes, it was. Did you have restricted areas on this property? You do know this is a public property, right? Everybody, it's almost like everybody's lemmings and everybody cemented themselves in their own cognitive dissonance by one person saying, this is private property. And everybody goes, yeah, this is private property. And the cops go, this is private property. You need to get off this private property. You're trespassing. How can you trespass in an area that doesn't have a no trespassing sign? That's public property, not private property. Clearly public property. It's this guy's job. He's supposed to be a law enforcer. And as James Freeman points out, he's going to bring up a law that was struck down back in 2005. He doesn't even know his own law. How can you be a law enforcer when you don't know the law?
I'll arrest you and give it to you at the jail.
I'll arrest you. Threats.
This janitor wants our campus. Good thing my sister's a superintendent and not you, jackass.
Thursday for the same thing.
This guy's a real tyrant.
Thank you.
And he will be removed.
Rochelle, are you gonna cooperate with me and walk out the property?
And you don't give me a dirty look either, or I'll have you gone.
Rochelle, come on.
And you don't laugh.
Rochelle.
Because you're not acting like you were earlier in front of him.
They're so pompous, man. They're so pompous when they know that when they think they know that they have power and they have one over on you. That this is what makes me think, what do you guys do behind closed doors? You're doing this in broad daylight in front of a global audience. What do you do when the doors are closed? Do you kick your dog? Do you squeeze the life out of your cat? Do you hit your wife? Do you do bad things to your kids? It just makes me think, what? You have no integrity and you have no self-control and self-discipline to at least keep yourself in order while the camera's on. Can't even do it. And then you're going to lie on camera multiple times, trying to get this lady into trouble, trying to ruin her life when she's done absolutely nothing wrong. This whole thing could have gone down a completely different way. Just infuriating. And while it's funny what Katie's doing here, this brings out a larger point of we have to stamp out and eradicate the ideology of tyranny that's growing like a weed on American soil.
Just leave them alone. You guys want to just wait over there?
I can go over here.
No, you can't. Come on, Rochelle.
Yes, I can. This is all public right here.
They want nope, not here. Come on.
He's freaky, man. You should have seen how he was acting when you weren't here.
What did he do?
Real tyrant. Chasing after me, getting in my face. He took off his badge, and then he ran in that building over there. Mm-hmm. And doesn't say you can't come in there on the building. So I went in. He was like, "Now you're in here?" I said, "Oh, you got some candy?"
You might want to
now you're stealing.
So it's Penal Code 628.6.
Mm-hmm.
And that Penal Code 628.6, as James Freeman pointed out on his video, is a penal code that was struck down as unconstitutional back in 2005.
Regarding the schools.
Oh, it is 628.6.
628.6.
And besides that, even if there was a Penal Code 628.6, what trumps that? What is it that trumps that? What is it that all these people, when they were cadets, when they leave the academy, what did they say? What's the supreme law of the land? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's the Constitution of the United States. What if somebody makes a law against the Constitution of the United States of the supreme law? Well, it's considered Marbury versus Madison null and void. So what if you trample rights under color of law? Well, then you've transgressed 18 U.S.C. 242, deprivation of rights under color of law. So he is actually, even if there was this penal code in place, which it's not, it was long gone back in 2005, which is a long time, 16, 17 years ago. Even if there was this penal code, he shouldn't cite it because his devotion and loyalty should be totally to the Constitution of the United States. And he violated 18 U.S.C. 242. He violates 18 U.S.C. 242 and violates, I mean, the broader picture is he violated inalienable rights, deprivation of rights under color of law. Well, because of this law, that gives us an excuse to take away your rights. No, it doesn't. There is no legitimate justification to take away rights. You don't need a license or a permit or registration to exercise your rights. That's why they're called rights. You don't need a permit to breathe. You don't need a permit to walk. You don't need a permit to get up in the morning. You don't need a permit to travel from point A to point B on the public highways. And you don't need a permit to exercise freedom of the press or freedom of speech. You don't need a permit. And anybody who says you do are tyrants. That's almost like the definition of tyranny.
Oh, okay. What's that? What does that say?
It says that if you come onto a school property, onto school grounds, and you're asked to leave by a school official or somebody appointed by a school official, that you have to leave off the property. That's what I'm telling you. You can't be on the property.
That's what it says?
Yes. I'll write it down for you if you want. If you want to look it up yourself.
Yeah. That must be something new, right?
It's very old.
Since of what happened or whatever.
Old and long gone.
Right? Because see, there's nothing. They should have signs over here. Look at. They don't have any.
Sorry guys, somebody gave us $5 super chat. It says, and I can't pull it up on the screen. So if somebody remind me who gave that $5 super chat, and I'll put thanks X Bootlicker. If you want to sidestep the 30% that YT takes off this platform takes off the top, yeah, shout me out on Cash App. I'll have my app open and I'll give you a shout out. Thank you guys. I appreciate the support.
I already took pictures of them. Nothing here says you can't come in.
Like I told you, there's that penal code that as soon as they ask, you gotta.
But they got to have signs.
I
out
wish
there. That's
Katie
why I
had
did.
said, let me ask you, officer, do penal codes trump individual rights? How is it possible that a penal code can trump inalienable rights? Do you know what unalienable or inalienable rights means? It means nobody can give you a right, and therefore nobody can take a right away. I can't take your rights. I can't infringe on your rights, your freedoms, and you can't infringe on mine because we're all on the same plane. All men were created equal. Does that kind of ring a bell from the Declaration of Independence?
To let them know that they need
We're
signs.
east of you.
Okay, because let's say that I was somebody that was going to hurt somebody in there, and
It's really sad to see that they have slow pedestrians in there. I hope they're okay. It's like, you go through these neighborhoods, sometimes it says slow children. Makes you feel so bad for them and their parents, huh?
had, they can walk right in here. There's no sign telling them they can't do that. They need
She's
to put
pointing
up a
this out
sign.
to the cops.
You know what's going on nowadays?
Well, you have it right. You can always send the district an email or something like that. Just don't be coming on campus, okay?
Katie Kidman is in the room. What's up, Katie? Katie, I am sorry. I did not mean to call you. 62 is not old, Katie. Love you, Katie. I think you did a great job here. I really do. And if you don't mind, could you tell us in the chat room how this? I know at the end of this video you get arrested. Spoiler alert! But I would love to hear how everything went after that.
Yeah, I'll put a note on their door up there.
They don't want you on campus anymore, so don't come back on, okay?
Here?
Yeah,
They can't trespass me from the whole place.
they can.
Not that dude. That guy's a janitor.
He's a representative.
He's a janitor.
Like I told you, he's a representative appointed, okay? So,
But I can come over here.
no, come on.
I can go here.
No, public, over here. Come on.
What? What's your name and badge number?
You've been trespassed here. You cannot come back here for 7 days.
God, just look at this guy's face. You've been trespassed here, and you can't come back for 7 days. Okay, Chekhov, let's get into warp speed, man. Let's head for the Constitution, dude. You've abandoned it. You've abandoned ship. Bring it back in, man. They love to exercise power. And if they feel like you're weak, oh man, and then they call for backup. And more backup arrives. More costume clowns with firearms. Oh, it makes them feel good.
Long?
No, that's not how you spell it.
And you?
Pronounce it.
Martinez.
Yes. Can
Okay.
you please leave?
This is public.
No, it's not
Yes,
public.
it is.
No, this is private property.
This is public property. We pay for this.
Okay. Can you please leave?
No.
You will get arrested
For what?
for trespassing.
You're going to trespass me out of a parking lot?
Yes.
A public parking lot?
This is not public parking lot.
It's
Yes.
not a public parking lot. Hi, can you be more ignorant? It's like, are these people paid to be that ignorant? Because they're really good at it. They're super good at being ignorant.
Yes, it is. It's Lompoc Unified School District.
Let's go,
You guys are
please.
corrupted in here, man.
Come on. Like I said, come on. Let's go.
You have to stay off the sidewalk as well.
Is this the sergeant?
No, that's just the officer.
We'll get the sergeant.
Hey, Rochelle, come on. Come on.
No, I want to talk to the sergeant.
That's on the sergeant. Come on.
We'll call him.
Okay.
He knows
Let's
me.
Get off the property.
No, I'm going to wait right here for the sergeant.
Rochelle, you
Yes,
get off
I
the
am.
property, I'm going to arrest you.
No, you're not.
Yes, I will.
You're going to call the sergeant.
No, we're not.
Come on.
We don't
Yes,
have to
you
get
are.
the sergeant's approval.
Yes, you do. You don't need the sergeant's approval to kick me off public property either.
Where are you going?
You guys are lame.
Okay, cool. I need
Okay, so let me just freeze this. Do you know what's going on here? Do you know what's going on here? The bravery of this woman to stand toe to toe, and I'm not just saying that because she's in here right now, but the bravery of her or anybody who stands toe to toe with badged, uniformed, costumed, armed clowns, that's bravery. These guys aren't brave. These guys are cowards. That's what Katie's doing right here is being adventurous. She's being daring. She's being virtuous. She's holding the line and she's holding these people accountable. And these people are clearly in the wrong. It's always going to be dangerous to be right when the government's so wrong. And these cops are so wrong. And it's infuriating because, man, if they're going to do this to Katie, they're going to do this to you. And they're going to do this to your kids. And they're going to do this to everybody they come in contact with. It's up to us to shed the light, to spread the light, to turn on the cameras, to hold these tyrants accountable and rein this stuff back in. Because if we don't, evil will have its day. And it'll keep having its day. So I am sick of hearing people say that the costume clowns are the ones who are brave and courageous. They're not brave. You can't even get more cowardly than this, in my opinion.
Property, Rochelle.
Let's see. Okay.
Rochelle, out the
We got
property.
the baby right here.
Okay. Out the property, Rochelle.
Wham! 1, 2, 3 clowns.
This is freaking classic.
You got the
We
property.
got some pacifiers. You want one? This guy.
Okay, I have never seen anybody pull out a baby and offer cops pacifiers for being babies. And I've definitely never seen what we're about to see right now.
I need one.
Rochelle,
Wang.
are you gonna leave the property or do you want to get arrested?
on,
It's up
man.
to you.
We got the Vagisil. You might not want to touch me.
Okay.
Because I have vaginitis. So if you touch me, you're going to need some of this.
Oh,
Never seen anybody offer cops Vagisil. Okay, where am I wrong on the lock it up?
did you talk to anybody here in school yet?
And
Hilarious, man.
vaginitis, have you ever had vaginitis, Martinez?
If you're going to don the cloak of the Spartans and pull out your sword from its scabbard and lift up your shield and fight for freedom, you might as well do it with a sense of humor, man. God.
Have you ever had vaginitis?
Yeah, they're willing to
Oh, there?
Because if you touch me, you're going to get it. And it's kind of
I
like
will touch you if I have to arrest you.
it's kind of like poison ivy. You better put your gloves on. Why do you got your hand on your gun?
Come on.
Don't be a pussy, man.
For what?
Putting your hand on your gun like
Are you gonna
that.
get out the property or are you gonna make me
This
arrest
is
you?
my
It's up to
property.
you. It's up to you.
My property.
Alright, so
You stay
I'm
on
not
the
playing games.
sidewalk as well.
You have gloves?
Look at this guy over there sitting over there by my van. Is that one of your guys?
Remember, 7 days. You cannot be in this property in 7 days.
Hey,
Get
little
back to the
Chinaman.
7 days.
Shorty, short stuff. Don't tell me what to do.
Oh my goodness.
You don't even know the law.
I haven't seen this
If
part.
one of you four clowns,
Code for that then.
and one of you four clowns
Oh, I already told you the penal code, remember?
can,
What's the penal code I told you?
I'll have to look it up. I have it on here.
Please leave.
So why don't you tell me the First Amendment, Mr. Smarty Man?
Please leave.
What's the First Amendment?
Please leave.
What's the First Amendment?
Please leave.
Tell it to me. What is it?
Leave or you will get arrested.
Please leave. Okay, just note right now, just a quick mental note. She is standing on clearly the public, not the private sidewalk. She is on the public sidewalk. She doesn't need to leave the public sidewalk. She's not getting in anybody's way who wants to walk down the sidewalk that she's standing on. She's clearly, if it wasn't clear before, it's clearly within her right as a human being to stand on the public sidewalk, but they're still telling her to leave.
What's the First Amendment?
Please leave.
Freedom of press, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom to redress your government, and freedom to assemble. There's 5. And this Chinaman over here doesn't know even the First Amendment. And you guys are acting like a bunch of Nazis.
No, we're not.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, we got called because they didn't want you on the property.
Because I'm
We're not acting like a bunch of Nazis. We're just here to infringe on your rights. I mean, come on. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, that kind of is what they did, huh?
walking around my property. Yes, it is. I paid taxes all my life for 62 years. This is my property.
Okay, how's your property? Listen,
I know how it's my property. My sister's the superintendent of the school district.
cool.
Not in California,
Not in California.
but in a state, and she's known everywhere. She's been doing it
They
for,
call us because
a long
somebody's
time.
walking around, they don't know.
which is why, which I know this is public property. All of this out here, the parking lot, the sidewalk, which Chinaman over there needs to go back to China, is trying to tell me I can't be on the sidewalk. Yes, it is. If he's going to come over here and
He's telling her that's not very nice. I would say what's more unnice is the way they've been treating her. calling somebody what their nationality really is not being nice. It's just being truthful. Isn't that truthful? Well, like what's your lineage, man? How is it? It's so funny. It'd be like us going to, I don't know, Mongolia, and them going, that American over there, hey, that's not very nice. It's like, wait, but isn't it true? Like, how would that be a term of derision when that's what you actually are? So
start giving me directives and being un-American, he can get his butt crack back to China.
Okay. I don't even think
Or I'm going to stick some Vagisil right up that butt crack. He might not like it.
Let's not talk about you touching his butt, okay?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to.
Let's not
I'd have to get a couple pairs of those on.
he's
Maybe
got his
3 or
gloves
4.
on.
But this is my property. I can walk up and down the sidewalk. I can go all the way up.
He's got his gloves on because he already anticipates he's going to go hands on a woman with a camera.
There to that door over there. This dude over here is talking about he's going to arrest me. And then we got Clown Boy down there sitting next to my van. Who knows what they're doing sitting over there trying to bother me by sitting outside my property.
Cal? So I'm gonna ask you to leave.
That's not my name,
What's your name?
but you guys can keep calling me that if you want
What's your
to.
name?
My name is Nunya.
Nanya? Okay. So they,
Nunya Business.
So do you want me to read you the penal code?
Go ahead.
The penal code for
All right.
All right. So look, any person who comes into any school.
God, I wish she was armed with the knowledge of, and it's hard to, because there's so many penal codes and there's so many laws, you can't keep up with them all. But it'd be really nice to know that this code that he's about to read to her was struck down in 2005.
Building or upon any school ground or street, sidewalk, or public way adjacent thereto without lawful business thereon, and whose present or acts interferes with the peaceful conduct of the activities of the school or disrupt the school or its pupils or school activities is guilty of a misdemeanor. This is adjacent
Well,
to the school.
I'm
too.
not disrupting anything. There's no
You were
students
disrupting their
here.
work. Yes, you were.
Oh my
No, I
gosh.
That's
wasn't.
what they said.
They were in there working.
She has it all on camera too. It's all documented on video and audio evidence. There's no disruption or anything. So she even didn't fall into that parameter. Even if it was still a penal code, she didn't violate anything, but it's not a penal code anymore.
And they came out, and they're not
You were
students.
disrupting their work, so that's what it is.
They're not students.
I already read you the
They're
penal
not
code.
students. Okay, number 2.
That's why I'm asking you to leave now, okay?
Maldonado. Number 2,
Maldonado.
Maldonado.
Yeah.
Number 2 is that, I like that better, Maldonado. Okay, so, number 2, if I have business here, this right here is my business.
Even if you have business to ask you to leave, you gotta leave.
No,
okay?
they can't. No, they can't. I'm an investigator. Let's say your kid goes to this school, okay? And I'm investigating these pervies over
This is the
here.
last time we're gonna ask you.
Let me, you know
the
that
property.
janitor over there?
Okay. Look, we already spoken to more
You
employees.
can't ask me to leave this property right here.
You can't. I just read
No,
the
you
penal
can't.
code to you.
You can't.
Sidewalks adjacent to the school, right?
Sidewalk, I have business here. Right here. I'm doing it.
That's not. Nope.
Yeah, I'm a reporter.
You can go to that sidewalk across the street if you want.
Hell
You can
no.
record
There's
from
no
wherever you want.
students over here.
Okay.
There's no students. You guys want to arrest me for that? Go ahead.
Oh, we will.
You want to arrest me for standing on this public sidewalk? I will sue the shit out of you.
Okay. I
Lompoc,
read the penal code to you, right?
Lompoc won't have any money.
Did I not
I'm
read the penal
I'm a
code?
reporter.
Did I not read the penal
Yeah,
code
and
to
it
you?
says right there that I could be here
No. it-
doing my business.
Nope.
Get the sergeant.
Oh, he's on his way. He's right
Okay.
there.
I'm
There he
waiting.
is. Oh, wait, no, that's not him.
There he is, right back there.
Where's he at?
Right there.
Oh, you got a good eye. This is the fucking sergeant. No, sergeant, sergeant.
He knows. I'm allowed here. If you guys kick me off of everywhere that you don't want me, I don't like that guy sitting over there by my van, but I have to I have to leave Lompoc. I'm not even allowed at the Starbucks, dang it.
You're not allowed at
Oh, this
Starbucks.
is a
Why is
different
that?
this is a different sergeant.
Why are you not allowed at Starbucks?
They trespassed me at 4:30 in the morning before they even opened. I'm like, are you guys crazy? You can't trespass somebody that's not interfering with your business
You're just getting trespassed
when
all
you're
over
not
Lompoc.
even open. All over everywhere.
Okay.
They're they're gang stalking, targeting, you know,
Which
Yeah.
one does it go to? The one on Ocean?
Orchid,
Orchid. Okay.
and then
Because usually they open at 5. So.
yeah, they were just coming in.
Oh,
the girls. And I was like,
This is the city of Lompoc.
waiting around to get a cup of coffee. And they didn't like it. They didn't like the looks of me, so they trespassed
Really?
me. Yeah.
Nice of them.
That I was there at 4:30 in the morning, you know.
You should tell me you're a dedicated customer.
Yeah, I am. I spent a lot of money in there, but I won't spend any money in there anymore. You should look up online about Starbucks now. Boycott, hashtag boycott Starbucks. All because of that kind of stuff. They're boycotting it. I mean, $3.25 for a cup of coffee when it should be 25 cents. You know what I mean? Am I being detained?
At this point in time, you're being detained.
I am?
Yes.
Well, holy matrimonious. Let me get out my rosary. Call Lord Jesus to come down here and help me. Lord, I'm being detained.
Stay tuned because these cops are about to do something very brave and very wonderful, very chivalrous, and arrest this woman. Otto says, are you going to call this police department? That'd be a good idea. I think, let's see, it's 6:37 p.m. Central Standard Time. I don't know if they would still be open right now or not. I'd want to get some more information on it before I call it. I want to talk to Katie and see what happened afterwards. If she actually... Katie, did you actually go to jail? Did they actually take you down and lock you up or fingerprint you or anything? Katie's in the room right now. Say hi to Katie. By the way, if you haven't, subscribe to Katie. Subscribe and hit the bell notification like I did. Why did I hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon? Because I want to be alerted anytime Katie uploads a video, because I think she did a really, really good job on this. And she stared evil in the face. She stared it down and she didn't flinch. She didn't waver. She stood her ground. That's why I like Katie.
Look.
I'm going to put the... She's got a rosary. You got a baby. You've got pacifiers. You got Vagisil. You've got a baby bottle with a little sucky thing on it. And you got a rosary. You are set up, girl. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put so that you don't have to listen to me flap my jaw. I've got the link right there in the chat room. Yeah, Katie that is heroic. For sure, Clear Coat. Let's play the rest of this. There's only like a minute and a half left.
See what they do to me, Lord? They think this is their property. None of this belongs to them. It all belongs to him up there.
To the man up above?
Yeah. I'm going to have to go check this clown over here. Over here by my car.
There we go. Okay, now you know what's going on right here? Got a little bit of 18 USC 241 going right here. You got conspiracy against rights. You already had 18 USC 242, deprivation of rights under color of law. You've already had them trampling the supreme law of the land. Now they're going to put the final nail in their coffin and they're going to conspire against Katie's rights.
Here they all are.
Put the camera down.
Camera down? No.
You get arrested now. You get arrested.
For what? You
Look at
guys
that.
are going to get sued.
Okay, that's fine.
Take the backpack off.
Take your backpack off.
Disgusting.
Can you hand us your little pod with the camera?
My what? Yeah, don't turn it off.
I can turn it off. Place it right here, okay?
You want my rosaries?
Yeah, that's what you have.
She's being so calm. Oh my God.
Your roses in your hand. Okay.
Arrested
Mistake,
her.
Sarge.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I'm working. I'm a reporter.
Okay.
I'm doing a story.
Okay.
And there's no signs anywhere on these fences around here that say I can't go in there.
Okay.
No trespassing signs or
He was in
nothing?
custody.
This makes me sick, guys. Makes me sick.
Ex-Kong over here. You guys need to move to China, man. Don't break my phone.
I'm gonna take your thing with you, okay?
Huh?
I'm gonna take this with you, okay?
You're not nice.
How are you gonna be?
You need to go to China.
How are you gonna be racist and you're over here?
I'm not racist. He is. He is. This is public property.
Stop all this pen.
That's another thing I can't stand about our current society. It will never be a measure of good mental health to be considered well-adjusted in a profoundly sick society. And if this society is not profoundly sick, I don't know what is. How is it that you're racist when you just testify to the truth of something. How can truth ever be racist? Truth is just truth. You may not like the truth. It may offend you. It may hurt your feelings, but it's still the truth. Never understood that kind of thing. So Katie writes under this video, and that was it. There's only 3 seconds left. I imagine that's...
Yeah, don't be rude to him.
Yeah, no more chance.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so what Katie says under the video here, August 10th, 2022, Lompoc Police Department arrested me while on assignment. I like that, while on assignment. When you guys are out and about and you have your video camera in hand, you are an investigative journalist. You are journaling. You are recording history. And you're doing it for you, you're doing it for your children, you're doing it for the world, because you have to hold power to account. While on assignment at the school board, legally practicing my First Amendment right, I was manhandled and thrown around like an animal. What goes on behind bars is far worse than what we see unless we're in there. It's like Nazi Germany without the gas. So the case number is 22080771. I'm going to drop the link again in the chat room so you can take a look at it. Maybe it'd be a good idea if Lompoc Police Department got a whole bunch of phone calls. If you do call them, be cordial, be nice. The person answering the phone likely was not in on what was going on. Yeah, they're a part of the corrupt police department or whatever, but you're going to get way more results with honey than you ever will with vinegar. So she's got all the information down here below that, but I would like to talk to her about the specifics. Maybe Katie, send me an email at contact@highimpactflix.com and just kind of, if you feel like it, tell me what happened after you got, how long were you in jail? Did they fingerprint you? How did they manhandle you? What in the heck happened? And maybe we can do a separate live stream on that, maybe a 15 or 20 minute live stream where you can just kind of tell your story behind the scenes when the camera went off. But guys, I really appreciate you being here. How long were, okay, 56 minutes. I want to keep this under an hour. Thanks for being here. There's 354 likes. Can you please hit that like button right now? It really helps with the algorithm. If you hit the like button, helps with the algorithm. Maybe make a comment, watch a couple more videos on this channel. I'm starting to make YouTube shorts on this channel. And some are humorous, some are serious, but check out the YouTube shorts. I'm trying to grow this channel out so that I can, get a greater reach. I plan on doing more man on the street type stuff and, holding police accountable for their tyrannical actions. But before you leave, hit that like button. Let's see if we can get up to 400 likes before we end the video. Probably not, because it's 57 minutes and I don't want to go over an hour. But I really appreciate you guys doing this, being here tonight. And I appreciate Katie for what she did on this. Imagine that, guys. 62-year-old woman gets harassed by how many? What was that? Like a total of 5, 6 cops, armed bandits, for doing nothing but exercising her constitutional right, which they said they would protect, defend, and uphold. Guys, I will see you in the next live stream. Thanks for subscribing to Here's the Deal. If you think about it, maybe join the private email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. And if you want to join, be much appreciated. Thank you so much for your support. I will see you guys in the next live stream. Take care.